What's up, agents? Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 PTS video. In today's video, we're going to be going through a post that was just made on the Division 2's Twitter, and this is a link to the community manager's post about PTS Phase 1 and the feedback that we gave after Phase 1 concluded, and they're detailing in this post all the changes that should be coming from all the feedback we gave to them. So this is going to be quite an interesting one. Make sure you guys do leave a like and comment down below letting me know what you think about all of these changes. So let's see what they had to say. If you do want to read this for yourself, I will leave a link in the description. It seems like they're going to be telling us what they've changed from Phase 1 of the PTS. So Phase 1 was Countdown and Expertise, which, to be honest, I think we all know about Countdown. It's quite easy. I did solo it. I'm guessing they're going to up the difficulty. And the hunters were not that special in the actual Countdown game mode. And there wasn't a lot of objectives. I felt like I was playing the same thing over and over again, kind of like a squash down summit. But I think the community in general was not happy about it. So let's see what they have to say about it. Expertise system, I feel like it's too easy to level it up. I know it sounds silly, but I have made a video previously about it, and there are even better ways to do it that I haven't revealed yet. So I'm guessing they're going to nerf the way that you can get expertise levels, or should I say proficiency ranks, because it is quite simple and easy to actually do this, and there are tricks. So Phase 1 concluded about a week ago, and they haven't revealed when Phase 2 is coming out. So I'm guessing they were taking their time to make this post to show us the changes they made from the feedback received from PTS Phase 1. So when PTS Phase 2 gets announced, I will let you guys know immediately when it's coming out. So it also seems like the next Phase 2 is going to have new gear and balance adjustments. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will be streaming this on Twitch, link in the description below. All of the above plus bug fixes following Phase 1 and Phase 2 will be PTS 3. So I'm guessing all of the bug fixes and everything detailed in this report is going to actually appear in PTS Phase 3. So here's a picture of all the unique players from the PTS and the history of the PTS. If it interests you, pause the video and take a look. Let's move on to the countdown. As you guys know, I don't think this was the best. It was a bit too easy. Let's see what they say. So many of you dove straight into Countdown to explore the new 8-player PV mode, and we're quick to share your thoughts. We wanted to acknowledge some of these key topics. Delta issues. Now, this was a big problem that plagued a lot of people, especially me. It was just Delta 3 message whenever you try to matchmake or when you queued for the Countdown game mode. And they are saying that we are glad that the issue was identified at the stage. The main outlying issue has now been resolved, and we are planning to further test the newly implemented fix during Phase 2 to make sure that when match made together, players from different regions can play in the same group without any interruptions. We shall see what happens with that. So hopefully it gets fixed. I'm sure we'll see some popping up, but we'll have to wait and see. Stuck on infinite loading screens after being in the countdown. Now, you actually could bypass this by spamming certain buttons, but some people had to close the game, myself included. This issue is now being worked on and should be resolved in time for the PTS Phase 2. When is it? I want to know when it is. Countdown is too easy. Yes, of course, very easy. Originally, the new game mode was planned to be on par with heroic difficulty. To add more context, our goal was to make it challenging but not impossible to beat. For 8 match-made players of mixed build qualities, as well as add an additional challenge for the players with more organized groups and better builds to try and complete it with less than 8 players. Mode's difficulty is currently incomparable with what we envisioned for the countdown, and your feedback over the past week reflects this. We are continuously working on improvements on the mode, and the first iteration of improvements will become available to you tomorrow when the PTS Phase 2 starts. Is it tomorrow? Right. Guys, breaking news. PTS Phase 2 will be tomorrow. It's probably going to be my title, so you'll see it immediately, but this is the first time you're hearing me figure this and find this out. So Phase 2 starts tomorrow. Wow. Okay, so we are going to be live streaming this and testing this, and I'm going to be making so many videos for you guys. That's good news. I will be working in the morning, unfortunately, so I don't know what time it's coming out. We'll see. Maybe later on in the post they mention this. For now, you can expect enemies' HP adjustments, though their lethality might stay the same, as we do not want to overtune the difficulty to make sure that Countdown is highly replayable and suits the greater variety of playstyles. I understand this, but I feel like they should make a legendary difficulty. It's just too easy. Memento backpack with Hunter's Fury gear set is just ridiculous. You can blitz through it, or a pistol shield build with the Liberty or Regulus. You can absolutely destroy the Countdown game mode quite easily. A lot of you mentioned that one difficulty option is not enough to meet everyone's expectations. We hear you. Going forward, we are planning to investigate the possibility of adding other difficulty options, but it is too early to talk about any specifics right now. Legendary would be perfect. I think it would make it amazing. Make it challenging. Make it, let's say the normal one, the heroic that they're mentioning now, the current one. Make that available for soloing or for players to do it. But I don't think you should be able to solo an 8-man mini raid. I don't think that should be an option. And I did it. You guys can go watch the video. I'll leave a link. It was too easy. So Legendary would make it very, very good. Or I think the possibility of them increasing the health of the enemies could definitely make it a bit more difficult to beam them down, because at the end part it is quite tricky, I will admit. So that change that they've done, the HP adjustments that they are saying they are going to do, could make a big difference, because that means it'll be slower to complete because there are time limits, and also it'll take you longer to kill each enemy, which would mean you'd be taking more damage. So it is interesting. We're going to have to see. Loot rewards being too generous. Without a doubt, the rewards are one of the components of mode's replayability and attractiveness, but that was not the primary intention behind the development. We would love the experience itself to be the main focus. Handling too much loot can be frustrating when the mode is time limited and does not allow you to look at the sort of the loot that dropped. No, keep it the same. It's nice because you can check this loot really fast. It's quite easy to do. I disagree with that. And the nice thing is you get so many named items in this mode, if you guys did not know. For the next PTS phase, we're planning to remove rewards that drop for all players at a long distance. Why don't they just drop all of the loot right at the end after you finish, just like in Outriders after you do an expedition? That would be quite good. Expertise. We also wanted to hear what your experiences were with improving your gear with expertise, and some of the main points we took from phase 1 were. Gaining proficiency ranks feels too fast. It's way too easy. To earn expertise level, you need to gain proficiency ranks by using an item, brand, or gear set in combat. PTS phase 1 has shown that gear sets are one of the main reasons for an unexpectedly speedy progression. You can expect the pace to be adjusted for the PTS phase 2 by increasing the XP required before ranking up. Every one of you have different value of time, and when it comes to accounting for distinct types of players, it is tough balancing exercise for us. By adjusting progression speed for the phase 2, we hope to give our most committed players something special they can dedicate their time to. Upgrades costs are too high. It is always a tricky exercise to balance progression, pace, and gauge feedback between those who have little time and want to progress fast and those who want things to be grindy and slow. We hope to collect more feedback, so they're going to have to wait and see to see what changes they bring, because they want us to give more feedback basically. Expertise rank progress is not gained in Dark Zones on any item from any category because of a condition in the proficiency XP system. This issue is now fixed. Wow, that's really good, because this was a problem for a lot of PvP players who just wanted to play DZ. We're going to test this for you guys tomorrow. I will let you know. I'm interested to see how much XP we can get from the Dark Zone, or if it even has been fixed. We've got to check. Donate all button. We agree that the expertise system would benefit from having a dedicated button in the menu for donating all items marked as junk in your inventory, similar to how deconstructing all junk or selling all junk works. The donate all button was added to the expertise menu and should be available for testing with the PTS phase 2. That is interesting. We are now looking at implementing various additional UI features and quality of life improvements based on your feedback. Very good. I think that's quite a good change. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Nothing major so far, nothing groundbreaking, but definitely some decent improvements. And this is only phase 1, so I'm quite impressed from just phase 1, but hopefully they bring something more after phase 2 of the PTS. Other, request to change Countdown into a different gameplay experience. We are always happy to hear suggestions on new game modes, but there are no ongoing plans to change Countdown beyond the difficult options listed above. Right, okay, that's a bit interesting the way that it changes, but we'll see. Shield change. Right now, we don't have enough feedback to proceed with the decision, and we ask you to concentrate your efforts on the shield changes during the PTS phase 2, since its primary focus is testing new weapons and gear. Inconsistent upgrade bonuses. The issue is now fixed. The Intimidate talent was bugged in the DZ. If you guys did not know, you can one-shot someone with an SMG. The Intimidate talent should gain 1 stack each second when a player has temp armor up to max of 7. So we're going to test this. I'm sure it's fixed because it was broken. You could absolutely destroy someone with 1 bullet, so good that that's fixed. Thank you again for partaking in the phase 1 of the PTS title update 15, and please do keep your thoughts coming, as community feedback has always been helpful to use in the making the necessary adjustments to the upcoming content. What do you guys think? I'm to be honest, I'm a bit underwhelmed by the there's no big changes, but there are some little ones that are definitely quality of life. And I feel like maybe increasing the health of the NPCs in Countdown could make it more difficult. We're going to have to see some interesting changes, but I really want to see more. I want to test the gear that's in phase 2. I think phase 2 is going to give us a lot more. The expertise system, it's kind of like they're just nerfing it a bit, so nothing too crazy there. And it seems like we're getting what we want. There's not a lot of other changes that I was expecting a lot more, because I know there was so much feedback given, but we have to see. We're going to have to wait and see, because honestly, it's only phase 1, so make sure you guys do come to the stream tomorrow. I'll be streaming. It might be a bit late because I'm going to be working in the morning, but I will be playing quite long hours for this. So new gear and balance adjustments will be tomorrow. Make sure you guys rest easy, because we've got a lot of grinding and testing to do. I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.